Well, the house of Clive Christian is always fun to dissect on the Robezoid channel. This one right here, another fragrance that's going to cost you an upwards of $500 USD for 50 mils. And with the house of Clive Christian, the question always is, for me, and for all the beautiful people out there that are watching my video, is this fragrance worth that much money? Well, I always like to tell you guys if it is or not. Today, you're going to find out about this one. Keep it tuned in. Fragrance family, welcome to another episode of Taking a Test Drive. This is where a test drive is sent prior to purchasing it from a sample, or actually forgetting about the scent, or maybe getting another sample. We'll see where I am at the end of the video. I wear them from 1 to 2 wearings, depending on how generous the sample is. This one was pretty generous. I got 2 to 3 wearings out of it. And let you know my thoughts on the particular fragrance. Good, bad, and the ugly, you know me. Now, before I get into the meat and potatoes, please take the time to subscribe to your boy. Hit it down below, hit that bell while you're at it, so you can keep tabs on me for my next content. I'm also all over social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm under the handle of my YouTube channel name, Robezo8. You'll see me talking about social media. Not only am I on Facebook, but I have a Facebook group called Fragrance Guru Nation. We're up to 17,500 members on my group. We're waiting for you to join us today. Now on to today's video. As the title suggests, I'm taking a test drive of Cosmos Flower by the House of Clive Christian. Always pricey little devils. And this is from their Noble collection. I believe the Rock Rose is in this collection too. This is a 2-sample kit that I got from Clive Christian, thanks to them. And I got my little sample here almost drained off. So let's get into it. Now let's look under the hood for some stats on this one. Release date was back in 2016. Concentrations eau de parfum. The major notes to my nose that I gathered from Cosmos Flower, it is a floral fragrance. It has some gourmand qualities too. The major notes to my nose were the ylang ylang. It came out pretty strong to me. So did the jasmine. And there is a lot of secondary notes. Osmanthus, apple, we got caramel in here. Those notes are very prominent in this particular fragrance. So my day with the scent, I'm gonna let you know I'm wearing, it is my scent of the day today. We got the beautiful dry down right here. It's got some florals. The florals are the backbone of this fragrance, but let me remind me of this introduction. I'll spray the back of my hand. Give you guys some right here. We drained her. Let's take a look at what I think about this particular fragrance. So my thoughts going into this one is I was hoping for gourmand fragrance with notes like caramel, cacao, benzoin, plum, apple, and a splash of rum would make me very happy with this release. Was I happy? Sort of. It kind of delivers. There's a lot of these notes that you're really not going to get much of, to be quite honest, but there's some that do come out and shine. Up top, you get tons of fruity tinges, and I'm going to get to those later on, but it's truly a fruity floral fragrance up top, which at this point feels very much saturated in the women's aisle, unfortunately. Fruity florals, it's just a dime a dozen. It's just like bergamot-based fragrances in the men's game right now. It is just the note du jour, and really fruity florals are saturated in the women's aisle. So this thing already doesn't really stand out that much up top. The more prominent notes up top are actually the ylang ylang, the jasmine, and the osmanthus. Then the actual top notes, which are rum, apple, plum, and others. So the florals are punching you, and they are that central theme throughout the set. You get a small pinch of citrus up top and a few fruity nuances that will aid these florals. There's a little bit of that apricot feel from the osmanthus up top, which is really nice. You get some plum in here, which is actually also very nice, and some apple. So the opening has some fruity tinges, some citrusy tinges, but mostly it's on a bed of florals here. I get a little bit of that warming caramel here, but I absolutely get no boozy rum from the note breakdown. There is no booziness up top. It really is all about fruits and florals, to be quite honest, and some sweetness here from the caramel, which darkens it just a tad. Now, once we get into the heart of this thing, the scent brings out more of the sweetness from the benzoin, not overly resinous. Benzoin can get resinous, so don't think it's very dark as a fragrance. I never felt like this fragrance really went super dark. I feel like it's more of a tweener than anything. The jasmine and the ylang ylang, the yellow floral aspects push more than the sweet portions, to be quite honest. So it's more of a floral fragrance here, more into the mid. You lose many of the fruity nuances. So really a lot of the great qualities that I got up top that I really, really liked, I lost those. So you're getting more of a dense sweetness with florals dancing on top of it. I did get a nice leathery touch in the back end of this fragrance, and it was on my last testing phase of wearing this fragrance today that I finally got that leathery touch. I didn't get it in the first 2 wearings, but today I was like, oh, there's a little bit of a leathery touch in the back end of this fragrance here, which was a really nice addition. So it was one of those that, you know, sometimes you have to sample more than 2-3 times, and one sample may not be enough. So that's a word of the wise to people out there. If you're on the cusp, get another sample. Overall, my thoughts with many Clive Christians, actually, it's well blended. They smell good, but that price point just freaking kills it, man. I just feel like there's stuff out there that this thing needs to stand out for that price point. It really needs to stand out. It doesn't stand out. I feel like a higher end designer can do this. Even maybe a mid-tier niche can do this. I don't see the reason to blow over $500 USD for 50 mils of this stuff. It is a nice scent. I am not going to say that it's a horribly blended scent. It actually has some very good qualities. The florals are your main factors here, and it does have some good secondary notes, but I don't see the thing standing out at all. I wouldn't even pay half the price they're asking, $250 even. I wouldn't pay that. I'd be around $120, $150 for this thing. Unfortunately for me, the price tag really kills it on this one. So let's get into the revolver. I'll give you a little bit more information: seasons, day, night, versatility, and of course performance, which are really important things to gather. So let's take a look at seasons first. I really felt like this fragrance here, it has some bulkiness to it that I would wear it in the, it's a tweener, like I call a lot of my fragrances tweeners, which they're great for spring and fall. In our Canadian fall and spring, we get every season very hard, so it's very nice to see fragrances like that in the tweeners, where when it gets super warm, you kind of tuck them away. You can wear them like summer nights, and in winter you can wear this definitely, but these Canadian winters I like to go something a little bulkier. Day or night, I felt like this was more of a daily wear for a fragrance. I didn't feel like it can be, it's fairly versatile as a scent, honestly, so it can be more day or night depending. Casual use, and that goes to versatility. That's what I would wear it for. Casual use, jeans and a t-shirt, leather jacket, things like that. It's one of those that I would wear. Again, are you paying 500 USD for casual jeans and a t-shirt type of fragrance? I don't know. I would rather have something that is a lot less playful and something a little more upscale that I would wear from time to time with that type of price tag. But it all depends on you, the consumer. Performance. Performance was actually pretty good with this one. My usual 6 to 9 hours with low to average projection. So it's not a beast per se. It really is just good, very solid as far as performance goes. Now to close this one off on Cosmos Flower from the House of Clive Christian at a premium price of around $550 USD for a 1.7 ounce bottle. I need to be blown away, and this isn't a blown away type of scent. It's a solid composition, I'll give them that, but you're paying for the name. Honestly, that's what you're paying for. I'll give it a higher score just because you do get some complexity out of this fragrance. You do get a very good blend. I felt the blend did very well. It did well on my skin, good performance. So there is some good qualities out there. It all depends on you, the consumer. If you're gonna pay that type of price, I suggest to look elsewhere, in my personal opinion. So if I had to give this one a score off this little sample, currently I would give this one a 5 bottles out of 10. Very mediocre for a price point of a high-end fragrance like this. The price drives the score down, Honestly, it really does. It's way out of its league as far as pricing versus what I'm getting in the bottle. Unfortunately, now that you heard my take on this particular fragrance, I know a lot of you probably haven't smelt this fragrance, but if you have, please comment below. I'd love to see your comment. Good, bad, and the ugly. If you agree or disagree with me, I'd love to see your take. And if not, if you haven't smelt Cosmos or any from this line, Clive Christian, well, I'd like to know anybody that smelt anything from this line. What is your favorite from the House of Clive Christian? Maybe I have a sample of it. I own one bottle from the brand, which is C for Men. Really great leather-based fragrance. I actually really like that one, but that's my only bottle in my collection from the brand. So kind of tells you a little bit about the brand, since usually I have multiples of all brands. Now I just want to take the time to thank everybody that tuned in and hit like or subscribed or even watched this video. I know this is a rather unique review on my channel. These are the type of videos that don't get too many views, so I certainly appreciate the ones that do come on and check out a unique fragrance like this and my take. And as always, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your uber expensive fragrance wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.